sex and tech scandal involving Detroit Mayor Kilpatrick. The directive he made years ago concerning electronic communications. What his office is saying about it now. It's Tuesday, February 26th, and this is Fox 2 News Morning at 5.
Fox 2 News starts now.
Good morning to you. It is now 5 o'clock. I'm Cam Carmen.
And I'm Alan Lee. Good morning to you. We'll have one school closing so far to pass along. Gabriel Richard High School in Wayne County is closed. And, of course, we are checking on our weather out there, and I have one curious question.
What's that?
When you say winter blast, what constitutes a winter blast?
You know, Alan, when you do 4.5 hours of TV, you got to mix it up a little bit.
Got to come up with new adjectives.
I just wonder if there's some official, you know.
No. That is
officially a winter blast.
That is a PR department creation.
Gotcha.
So we just kind of throw that out there.
I understand.
To just describe a general snowfall, really, is what we're looking at. And we've seen it so many times this season so far, and we're going to get it again today. Sky Tracker has got pretty much everybody seeing at least some snow, but it is light for the most part. Places where visibility is anywhere from about 1.5 miles to 2 miles, that's where that snow is barely accumulating, and that's right around Adrian and also up into the Port Huron area. But we are seeing the flakes come down at every reporting station across southeast Michigan. Temperatures just shy of freezing. 31 right now at Metro, 29 at Pontiac, and everybody else checking in at an even 30 degrees. So wind chills will be slightly lower than the temperatures this morning, much lower as we head into the afternoon and evening as those winds pick up with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Notice that snow is going to fall throughout the day today. Heavy at times, especially in the mid-morning. That looks like our best chance of seeing that heavy snowfall. As far as accumulations go, looking for 3 to 7 inches. 7 is going to be right around the state line. Lower totals in the far northern suburbs, but most of us are going to fall in that 3 to 5 inch range in the heart of the Tri-County area. Let's head live to Southwest Detroit. Meteorologist Justin Ryan is standing by. Justin, are we getting more snow that way?
We've already got a couple of inches on the ground. We'll use our trusty Fox 2 Weather Authority ruler here, and we're doing this on the sidewalk. This is concrete, and we have an even 2 inches right now at 5 o'clock this morning. This is a little bit more snow than I woke up to out in the north and west suburbs out towards the Farmington Hills, Novi area. And as we took our commute, we went down south the Lodge. We noticed it did get a little bit more slick. Now, we're on Michigan Avenue here in southwest Detroit. For the most part, we did see a blacktop on most of the roads. There are slick conditions, but I feel this will work to our advantage after we see the sun come up behind the clouds after about 7:30, 8 o'clock, with temperatures hovering upper 20s, lower 30s. And if crews can get a real good handle on this, I think most of the main arteries should be wet throughout the mid-morning and late morning hours. But we'll be on top of this all morning long. Let's send it over to the traffic authority, Jackie Page. Good morning.
Good morning, Justin. And where Justin is, we are actually seeing a couple of inches of snow. So as you head out this morning, make sure that you plan that into your schedule. It looks like the freeways, for the most part, are in okay shape, especially as you travel along I-275, I-696. So far, so good along I-75 as well, except with the exception of downriver. We did have a couple of earlier accidents along I-75 near the Rouge River Bridge and Southfield Road, I-275 near I-94. Those accidents have been cleared, but again, numerous spin-out accidents anticipated throughout the morning this morning. Right now, we have one working along I-96, the Jeffries westbound at Davison Avenue. You're going to find those vehicles. We've got 3 of them all off on the left and right shoulders, but still something that you need to be aware of. As we check out I-75 here at 12 Mile, you can see snow flying pretty fast here. And again, we do have 3 lanes open here. It doesn't look like we're snow covered. Telegraph definitely snow covered. Same story along Woodward Avenue. Even Gratiot, we're dealing with that as well. So as you head out this morning, you are going to find some of those surface streets in a little bit worse conditions than the freeways. So again, allow plenty of extra time. We've got more coming up in 10. Well, first we're going to head out to Al Allen. He's live in Southfield this morning, and it's another trip back to the salt piles for the road crews. But there's not much left, is there, Al?
There's not much salt here at the salt dome, but as you see, the trucks are coming in. They're getting their supplies of salt on a regular basis here. Then they go back out and spread the salt through over the major surface streets and freeways. But as you mentioned before, Oakland County is experiencing a low supply of salt. Inside that salt dome, usually it is stacked with salt from floor to ceiling. It is not that way this morning. Oakland County Road Commission says the entire Midwest, including Michigan, has had a horrible winter, a lot of snow. That means a lot of salting, and now the supplies are low. Here's Oakland County Road Commission spokesman Craig Bryson.
trying to resupply everybody at the same time, and they have been resupplying us. It's just at a much slower rate than normal, and that we would prefer. And that's been the challenge, and that looks like it's going to continue to be the challenge for at least the next couple of weeks.
Now, keep in mind, too, that this is one salt dome here in Southfield. Oakland County has several of these salt domes throughout the Oakland County area, but they're all experiencing a shortage of salt. Oakland County Road Commissioner says they hope to have a huge supply of salt coming in sometime today. Live from Southfield, Al Allen, Fox 2 News.
Despite the cold and snow, more than 3,600 workers at American Axle plants nationwide are hitting the picket lines. Talks between the company and the UAW broke down without a new deal before this morning's deadline. The union says American Axle wants workers to take a hefty pay cut comparable to those seen in the deals with the big three automakers, and also hopes to eliminate future retiree and pension benefits. For the time being, American Axle says it has a large enough stockpile of parts to keep the supply lines open to the big three.
Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick's own directive apparently doesn't apply to him when it comes to the text messages between he and his former chief of staff. During the mayor's first term, he approved a directive saying all electronic communications sent on city equipment should be considered public. His spokesman, James Canning, told the Detroit News the directive doesn't apply here because the texts were sent on leased, not city-owned devices. The state Supreme Court is still deciding whether to release sealed documents related to the text messaging scandal.
The Detroit City Council is looking to crack down on attendance problems in the city's public schools. How your kids cutting class could have you shelling out cash. Ben?
Well, with the snow coming down, we're going to find out how many kids will actually be going to school today. That, and of course, your full 5-day forecast is right around the corner.
And get you caught up on how things are outside. A live look right now at one of our Fox cams. This is I-94 near 2nd Street. And once again, looks like you can see the pavement out there, so things are moving along pretty nicely. We'll get more on your weather and traffic coming up. And here are the lottery numbers. The daily 3 is 960. The daily 4 is 3470. Fantasy 5 numbers, 12, 20, 26, 28, and 35. And tonight's Mega Millions jackpot back down to that $12 million mark.
Another reason to use MyFoxDetroit.com. News on the go with MyFox Mobile. Just type in MyFoxDetroit.com from your mobile phone. Get Fox 2 News updates, weather authority forecasts, traffic and construction updates, and sports news and scores. Stay up to date on your mobile phone. MyFoxDetroit.com.
When you want to find the best car deal,
hurry in now. The savings couldn't be better. Check out the stylish 08 Buick Lucerne. Only $259 per month.
go to DriveJimBradley.com.
Very good. Oh, here it comes. The sinus pressure that always starts to build whenever I have a cold or allergies. Oh, I need relief from this throbbing sinus pressure. The congestion. I feel so stuffed up. I just might blow.
Sudafed PE relieves sinus pressure, and the medicine in Sudafed PE relieves nasal congestion in minutes.
Ah. Okay, kids. Let's turn to chapter 3.
Sudafed PE. Get your head back where it belongs.
Have you turned your back on Charmin? Well, we have a Charmin to turn you around. New Charmin. It's a new kind of Charmin with a new diamond weave texture. A new diamond weave texture that's soft and more durable. More durable, so it holds up better than the competitive rippled brand. For a clean your whole family can depend on. New Charmin Ultra Strong. Look for it in the new red package.
Charmin. I'm Denise Austin. A well-balanced diet provides the fuel for exercising and burning fat. A great source of energy is Idaho potatoes. My kids love Idaho potatoes. We make them all the time. They're rich in nutrients with no fat and only 110 calories. And they have more potassium than a banana. But not all potatoes are Idaho potatoes. You have to look for the grown in Idaho seal. So do you want energy? Eat your Idaho potatoes.
Got the wintertime blues? Fox 2 and Little Caesars have got just what you need. A weekend getaway to Great Wolf Lodge for the whole family. You can be one of 2 lucky families who will win 2 nights at Great Wolf Lodge in Traverse City or Sandusky, including 4 water park passes and a $25 Little Caesars gift certificate. To enter, send a postcard to Little Caesars Great Wolf Lodge Getaway, Fox 2, Southfield 48037. And your family could splash their way through a winter weekend, courtesy of Little Caesars.
When you want to find the best car deal.
Hurry in now. The savings couldn't be better. Check out the alluring 08 Pontiac G6. Only $133 per month.
Go to drivejimBradley.com.
You are looking at live pictures from the city of Southfield. Salt trucks loading up, heading out. And it's going to be a little rough out there on the commute. We will get another check of weather and traffic for you in just a couple minutes.
It's going to take a little longer for the Detroit City Council to decide whether to approve a plan to expand the hours that non-students must stay away from schools. Currently, the period is 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The revision would change that to 7 a.m. to 4:30. The truancy ordinance would also allow police officers to ticket students while they are on public streets during school hours. City Council is looking at how it will enforce the ordinance.
A string of school fires in Livonia is now being blamed on a serial arsonist. Police say whoever set the flames at Webster Elementary last week may have returned 3 nights later and set another fire. The same night, somebody set fire to Randolph School nearby. Now, there's a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. Yesterday, students from Webster went back to class at Taylor Elementary.
We now have a possible target date for Ford's sale of 2 of its overseas brands. According to one industry insider, the automaker could announce a sale of both Jaguar and Land Rover to India's Tata Motors by March 5th. Tata is denying reports it plans to sell Jaguar shortly after it buys it, or that it wants to build Land Rover off-road vehicles with cheaper labor in India. Tata says it will also continue to buy Ford components in the UK. So far, no comment from Ford.
All right, 5:12. Most of us are under a snow advisory from this morning right on through about 7 o'clock tonight. That is including St. Clair County and on down to the Washtenaw-Wayne County southern lines. Probably a good time to sort of revisit what that means. The snow advisory just means that periods of snow will cause primarily traffic difficulties, so be prepared for snow-covered roads and limited visibilities and use caution while driving. Now, south of that, for Lenawee and Monroe County, there's a winter storm warning out. That means significant amounts of snow are expected or occurring. Strong winds also possible, making travel very hazardous or impossible. So I think there are about 50 or 60 different winter types of warnings. It's good to just kind of get an idea of what that means. Even though we're seeing those that snowfall now across most of southeast Michigan, you can see back to the west, there is a little bit of a band starting to set up now, but again, that is just south of Detroit. In fact, across northern parts of Ohio, stretching back into central Indiana, and starting to dry out a little. Dry slot working in. But we are expecting the snow to continue, at least for the most part, all the way through the evening hours tonight. It's 31 out there right now at Detroit. In fact, most temperatures are just below freezing. We're expecting to go just above that for a high today at 33. So the snow is going to continue. Winds are going to pick up in the afternoon with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. So that's going to make the blowing and drifting more of an issue on the way home from work than it is on the way in. Light evening snow. Most of that accumulation will already be on the ground at that point. Windy and colder with a low of 15 degrees. And in the 5-day forecast, we do have another shot of snow Friday, but this is going to be a clipper system coming out of the northwest. So we're expecting lighter amounts, only about a couple inches out of that system. Warmer temperatures, too, will go to the mid-30s Friday and continue to the low 40s for highs on Sunday. All right, weather and traffic on the Teams rolls on now with Jackie.
And we are looking still at a pretty quiet morning out there thus far. We are dealing with some snow-covered roadways, especially on those surface streets. Looks like the salt crews are out in full force this morning. This accident that we had along the Jeffries westbound at Davison Avenue, that has been cleared, so that, of course, is good news. But you're going to find traffic a little bit slow no matter where you're headed this morning. And the snow continuing to fall out there is only going to make matters worse. 696 at Woodward, traffic is actually moving okay. Woodward going over I-696 here. Westbounders there on the right, eastbounders on the the left, and traffic, again, for the most part, it's still doing okay. Much slower than usual. We're at about 25 to 45 miles per hour at best, so it's going to take you a little while to get into work this morning. All right, we've got much more coming up for you on Fox 2 News Morning. It's a special winter storm edition. We'll be back right after this.
Want to own those gorgeous Oscar gowns for less? It's our annual red carpet replica special. Next, Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 6:30 on Fox 2.
On the next morning show, a diet debate.
Advertised as a breakthrough weight loss program, but does it work?
Our health experts face off with Ally.
They're here. Then the 5 money myths Dave Ramsey wants to talk about with finance tips that make sense. Morning talk with a late night fiscal attitude.
Today at 9 on Fox 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
The Saturn President's Day sale is here. Rethink what it means to save with great deals on select 08s. Hurry before these commanding offers are history. Qualified GM employees can get a low-mileage lease on a 2008 Aura XE starting at $199 a month. Call for lease details.
Wednesday, 10 to 10 at Garnder-White. You get 12 hours of non-stop furniture deals that will never be repeated. Wednesday, 10 to 10. You get quality and style at bargain basement prices. This microfiber dual reclining sofa Wednesday only, a steal at just $4.99. We have hundreds of deals just this good. And Wednesday, 10 to 10, you pay no interest till 2012. And we pay your sales tax or get $500 cash back. Time is running out. Save more Wednesday, 10 to 10, only at Garnder-White.
Come on, everybody, get it done, you know the one.
Cut! Come on, Brian, work with me here.
Can your child do better than I can? I'm sure they can. Log on to Hansons.com and enter Hansons Sing-a-Gene contest. I'm giving away $10,000 in prizes. Videotape your child singing the Hansons jingle. Everyone can vote for their favorite singer at Hansons.com.
Brian, hello.
Hurry up and enter.
Get it done.
Good news! We've extended Randazzo's Home Comfort Makeover. Check it out.
Imagine all this for as little as $59 a month.
That's right. You'll get Randazzo's Home Comfort Makeover. Furnace, air conditioner, hot water heater, humidifier, and air cleaner installed for as low as $59 a month. This incredible deal's only been extended for a limited time, so call now.
Go with the name you know, Randazzo.
Fox 2 Weather Authority is brought to you by Randazzo. For year-round comfort, go with the name you know, Randazzo.
Just about 5:18 now, the snow is coming down and it's getting a little slick out there. Dave Lennon from Ross Towing is joining us now live on the phone. And Dave, how are things out where you are in Livingston County?
Well, they're beginning to get a little bit slick out there.
How much snow do you guys have there where you are?
Pardon me?
How much snow do you have where you are?
Oh, I'd have to say maybe 2.5 inches or so.
Okay, have you been working pretty much around the clock and taking calls from people who are stuck?
Well, so far this evening we've only had one major accident around the Telegraph and 696 area.
Okay.
But we're getting prepared. We're ready to go and geared up and ready for a busy morning anyways once the traffic gets going here.
Right. What kind of calls are you pretty much anticipating? People just getting stuck in spin-outs or stuck in ditches or?
Most likely, yeah. Most likely, hopefully some minor accidents here. We don't want people out there getting hurt, but probably just accidents and maybe winching people out of some ditches and stuff like that, jump starts, you know, the routine stuff.
Right. All right. Dave Lennon from Ross Towing, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
The Detroit Pistons look to stay hot out west.
Denver trails by just 2. Chauncey open for 3. It's through.
Highlights of a back-and-forth contest with the Nuggets, plus the Lions jettison a defensive starter. That's coming up in SportsWorks.
Another reason to use MyFoxDetroit.com. Murray's money-saving tips around the clock. Now working for you on the web. MyFoxDetroit.com.
Fox tonight. The 10 remaining men give their all. Then you get to vote.
You make them or break them.
American Idol. Tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Yes, thank you, yeah!
There's nothing quite like the feeling of doing well in school. It all starts with a phone call to Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE, where you can learn about the Sylvan approach with this free DVD. Sylvan's proven approach helps thousands of kids every day. Your child can know that feeling too. For help with reading, math, study skills, and more, call Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE today. Ask for your free informational DVD. Hurry, offer ends soon.
It's time to hear about tax relief for a change. So Art Van is going to pay your sales tax twice. During the Art Van Double Tax Savings Sale, we pay your 6% sales tax. And for one day only, we're saving you an additional 6%. That's a double tax savings of 12% off our already low sale prices. Plus, you don't pay until May 2008, but it only lasts for one day. That's Wednesday, 10 a.m. to